woke up. Courtney's friends, they came from Connecticut and surprised her, like knocked on her door and everything. So she was all excited. We're going out for tacos. She's with them. We're like, we got the GTR. Let's take the GTR. We're just driving, like hit boost once, twice, maybe 3 times, like nothing crazy. And like all of a sudden, like me and Sammy look at each other because we hear this like loud, like knocking noise. We're like, what the hell is that? And we pull over at a gas station and we rev it. And when you rev it, it gets louder, it gets faster, and the more you rev it, the faster it gets. So it's like, we're on our way back to the shop right now. I mean, we're pretty certain it's Rodknock, which it's so fucking crazy because like the Civic, like, okay, throw that thing together, fucking smash rev limiter, like beat the balls out of it. Thing loves it. This, spend over $30,000, do literally everything right, and every single thing I do on this, I like check it like 2 or 3 times. I like make sure that I did it right, and it's like not even 250 miles of driving, and this thing already has Rodknock. So I don't know, I don't really know, but we will catch up to you on the shop or the side of the road. If you can guess one thing wrong right now with the GTR, what do you think it would be? Nope. No. I don't think you'd ever guess it.
Then nothing.
Rodknock. Has Rodknock.
Has Rodknock.
Swear to God.
Okay. Let's go listen to it.
It sounds fine at idle until you rev it.
On the older stuff?
Now it's not going.
Oh, you did it.
Yeah. Yep. How? How did I do it?
I mean, honestly, dude, you're the second one that I've seen get Rodknock.
This is like one of the few cars that I actually take care of and really like a lot. Well guys, it's the next day. Honestly, we went to HP yesterday. We confirmed that it was Rodknock. I mean, we'll start it one more time so you guys can actually hear it. I just like edited that part of the video and you can't really hear it too good. And yeah, the GTR is gonna be down for a little bit. I'm already in contact with the dude with the new engine. Doesn't seem to be really working out. I've been trying to look for him for a good 3-4 hours and I literally can't find any RB26s for like a reasonable price in like an 8-hour radius. But before I go any further, if anyone has an RB26, like 8 hours from Wellington, definitely hit me up in the DMs, Racer Miata, hit me up on Instagram and let me know. But I mean, Sam, dude, what do you think of this whole thing?
It sucks.
It sucks, dude. Like we were driving, we were going to get tacos, just hitting normal boost, just normal things in a GTR, and all of a sudden it just goes.
Like I've been giving you crap because you're not riding this up to rev limit.
It's crazy because like I'm known for beating the balls out of things, and like I know people are gonna blame me. I know that's what it's gonna come down to, but at the end of the day, this is a GTR. It is meant to be driven, you know? It's not meant to be just cruising at like 2K. Like, yeah, I'll hit boost here and there and I'll have fun with it, but like shouldn't resort to Rodknock. And before anyone says it's an oiling issue, you wanna go ahead and you wanna pull that dipstick real quick. This thing has full oil. I haven't even put 200 miles on this car, and we did a fresh oil change right when I got it. Thing's full. And some people are gonna be like, yeah, Rodknock, low oil pressure. We're gonna start the car right now. We're gonna show you it doesn't have any low oil pressure. Start this thing up real quick so we can at least let them hear it. I want to show the oil pressure as well, so just roll down that window. It's crazy because usually like Rodknock is an oiling issue. All right, so if you want to turn the lights on real quick?
Yeah.
As you can see, oil pressure is actually minty.
Minty fresh.
It is minty fresh. So we're gonna rev this thing real quick so you guys can hear it. Hold it at like 3K. You can shut it off. So, as you guys just heard, that is Rodknock. I mean, it gets faster with the more RPMs and louder, and it sucks, man. I at least 40 grand into this car at this point. Like, not actually in the car, in parts, like the 2530s aren't in the car yet and stuff, but like all together, I have around $40,000 that I'm going to be putting into this car, and now we have to drop the engine and just put a new one in. I think the best move right now is just to buy another engine, throw it in as fast as we can. We're gonna put the 2530s on the new engine before it even goes in, just so we can make that big power and we can have fun with the 600 horsepower. We're gonna leave this one out, build it on the side over time when I can get some more money, because I've literally been spending so much money on all these cars, and like, I'm like, yeah, this thing's great, and then
I can't believe this happened while I'm here.
I know, dude, you really fucked me on this one.
Rodknock curse is legit.
It's crazy. And it's like,
No one does this though at this power level. Like
400 is
mint.
It's not shit to this engine.
Like I run my 25 Series 2 at 400 for the last 3 years and beat the balls off it.
An RB26 at 400 horsepower might as well just be a stock Miata engine. Honestly. It's honestly a joke, but I guess at the end of the day, it is what it is. We're gonna do what we have to do to fix it, and I'm trying to look on the bright side. I really am, but there's not really a bright side. There kind of is, because we're gonna have an extra engine, and maybe there's a drift car right there. Maybe I might be getting rid of it, but that's later on. It really depends on how much I can get an engine for. Like I said, if anyone has an RB26, hit me up immediately. I'll literally come out as soon as possible.
Even if it's a short block, we'll work with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'd much rather a long block, but
yeah.
I prefer an R33 engine, because those are just better than the R32 engines in general. So if anyone has an R33 engine, please, please, please hit me up. But we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna take all the coil packs out. We're gonna take all of the spark plugs out, and we're gonna do a full compression test and see what the compression is. You guys saw that it had good oil pressure. You saw that the oil was full. And after we do the compression test, we're just gonna drain the oil. We're gonna see if there's any metal shavings, because obviously if a rod bearing spun, odds are there's gonna be metal shavings in there. And I mean, other than that, man, I don't really know. You got anything to say?
I'm so depressed.
It sucks, dude. It really does.
It sucks.
Well, guys, the teardown starts now. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take the OEM coil packs back out of the car, and we're gonna, God, these clips are always so hard to do. Tell me in the comments if you're good at clips, because honestly, I'm pretty terrible. Push in, push in, oh. Can't make that shit up. And these are so brittle for having the coil pack cover on its whole life that, like, it's kind of scary. Oh my God. If I'm struggling getting this igniter out, I'm in for a rude awakening. Damn, this is so depressing. All right, mates, we got one more clip. Oh wow, that was really easy. Nice. All right, so let's pull these suckers out. Drag them out. Oops. Yeah, give me this. Don't get tangled up. Come on, buddy. Be nice. It already blew up. All right, so now that the coil packs are all out, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take all the spark plugs out so we can start to do the compression test. All right, so I just got all the spark plugs out. Now I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna grab my compression tester and then just start with the first cylinder and go to the last. See what we make. Definitely cranked it for long enough. And it is around 125, okay. So we got like 145, 125. Let's see what the next one is. All right, that one's around 130-ish. I'm just gonna look up real quick what RB26s are supposed to have for compression, because they're all pretty low to me. So I just quickly did a Google search, and for compression it says it wants to be around like 170. Who is this? Someone just walked in.
What
cool.
compression test are you using?
That one. What do you think it should be? I'm getting like, the lowest I've gotten is like 125.
I don't know, it's all over the fucking place, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I've never, unless you have like a really high-end compression tester,
Uh-huh.
if they're all even, you're probably good. It's when you have like that 1 or 2 seconds.
Yeah, I saw one at like 140 and the other was like 125. So I don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, I think in the factory service manual it says something about between you're not supposed to see more than like 10 or 15%.
Yeah, I thought it was always like 5, like just 5 off is okay. You don't really want to.
Yeah. If we see one like 80, then like we got an unhealthy engine. But
yeah, no, for sure.
If you're gonna see like a 15, especially when they're cold, they do weird stuff. When they're warm, they usually are always pretty, what's it called? But
I mean, what do you think happened to this thing, anyways? Because honestly, I don't know.
well, so things that blow up engines, low oil pressure, over revving, things like that. If you would have over revved, it throws a code.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I didn't over rev. The oil pressure is good, and my oil is high.
I know you didn't over rev because the computer tells me if you did. So I know that. Oil pressure is great. This engine started up the port great. We've had no issues. It's just, so when you have an engine misfiring the way it was, you know, because we had all those issues with the R35 coils, especially at the power it's making, those are really, really bad imbalances. You have one cylinder firing, one not firing, one half firing. These things just go crazy and damage engines.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know. That's why I wanted to ask your opinion. I'm just super bummed that this happened.
I feel partially to blame because it just took me so long to figure out that the R35 coils was the problem. But it's just, you know, we had to test it, and the only way we could do it was to, you know, make pools.
And now I'm going to be $3,000 poor, which sucks. But I mean, at the end of the day, at least I'm going to be able to learn something, like drop this engine, put it back in. We can do the 25-30s. I mean, it can't be all bad, but I'm just going to keep doing these compression tests. We have 3 more cylinders, and I'll just let you know if one is crazy. Okay, so we just finished the compression test. I was kind of an idiot and I didn't unplug the cam angle sensor, but that doesn't really matter. We have pretty much all the same number throughout all 6 cylinders. I mean, give or take 4 or 5 off, not even really.
Well, this was leaking, so this
Yeah.
goes back to what I said earlier. Never trust the number on these things.
All right, just to make sure, we're gonna do the compression test one more time because this was like plugged in halfway through. This was leaking a little. We fixed the leak. We unplugged that. We just want to make 100% certain because, I mean, one of them should have low compression, no?
Because as of now, we have a pretty healthy compression engine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, other than the fucking Rodknock. All right, so we're just gonna do this real quick and we'll let you know what happens. Okay, so these are the compression numbers for cylinder 1 through 6. I mean, as you can see, I mean, the compression's pretty good. I mean, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, we just have a knock at 3,000 plus RPMs.
Yeah, which is
The clear Rodknock, so
John.
it just sucks. I mean, clearly the damage isn't as extensive as, you know, anything too crazy. If we have like a really badly spun bearing, or if like, let's say you draw this for a long time, we would definitely see whichever cylinder is with some sort of lower compression, but it looks like the damage will probably be minimal, but the damage is still there.
Yeah.
So we gotta take
Engine still has to come out. So now what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna jack this up real quick or lift it up. We're gonna drain the oil and see how much metal shavings come out. Okay, so everybody says, go ahead, you can do the honors. Don't miss.
So I don't, well, this is pretty fun.
Getting pretty close.
Almost got that.
Dude, lick it, please. Come on, dude. Give it a lick.
For 1,000 subscribers, I'll lick it.
All right, they're gonna subscribe if you lick it. They're all saying, lick it, lick it. Give her just tiny drip.
It's not that bad, right?
Oh my god.
Instant regret.
Wait, let me see. Oh. All right, go subscribe to his channel. He did it. He fucking actually did it.
You know what? I'm gonna go subscribe.
So you seeing anything?
I am, yeah.
Oh, you are.
You see the shininess?
Yeah.
Very, 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 very fine.
Very fine, yeah, through in here.
So I'm gonna say something which is really kind of stupid. So what I'm seeing here, it looks almost like an engine that was ran for like 50,000 miles with like older oil, and it just kind of like lost its lubricity and was slowly eating away at stuff. So that
The oil was really black when it came in.
No. I'm not saying the engine had the problem. What I'm saying is like something caused this engine to wear excessively, or at least one of the bearings, and that is usually from, you know, imbalances or load. Like if you take an engine, right, a perfectly good run engine, and you pull like an injector on it, and you do a road trip on it, sometimes the cylinder that you pull the injector on won't suffer. Its running mate will.
Okay.
Because you know, when engine's balanced, one fires, other one fires, other one fires. You know, they're all made to kind of work together. and balance each other out. So when you take one cylinder out of the equation, you ruin the balance, and then you start getting extremely uneven wear because it's not a balanced engine anymore. It's the difference between like spinning a frisbee and spinning a frisbee that you just chuck the piece off of it off. What's it gonna do? It's gonna go near like, you know what I mean? It's not a balanced disc anymore. That's what was happening to this engine. When we were making those pulls and we were potentially losing spark, we were off balance and the engine was, oh, you know what it is? It's a vibrator on like a PS4 controller.
On a dildo?
A dildo.
Yeah.
This engine was getting dildoed by those coil packs.
It was getting dildoed by the coil packs.
Yeah.
Well, all I know is I have a bad engine.
No, but there's very, very, very fine material in here. The good thing is they're in chunks.
Huh?
There is in chunks.
Yeah, that's
There's no
great,
chunk.
dude. Yeah.
Which is, well, no, it's good because Samsung probably kept the crank. This
Yeah,
crank,
great, yeah,
this crank
woo.
would probably just be polished, but it is a Series 2 crank, so it is the crank we want. Although either way, when we build this, we're probably going to do like a Supertech spline drive or something like that to give it a little bit of.
Here, hold this.
definitely change those oils.
Well, guys, I don't know what's going on, but all I know is I need to get a new engine, and I'm gonna try to do that ASAP. Once I find an engine, we're gonna pull this engine ASAP, and I wanna get the new RB26 in. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. This really does suck, and I'm super bummed about it. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys wanna subscribe for more, subscribe for more. I mean, if you subscribe for more, it really make Roddy feel a little better. And hit the like button. Anyways, peace, guys. I'm just gonna go home and cry.
Cry with you.